You are now listening to an all-new episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast with Rob, Blake, Graves, CG, and KB.
We're going to go Wheezy this morning. I don't know what y'all talking about, man.
Okay.
Hey. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to Friday. It's a blessing. It's your boy DJ Chef. PFB in this motherfucker. I'm gonna hand this thing over to my boy Rob.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. We're just a panel of brown people have good conversation over here. I'm your host, Rob. Who else we got in the building?
The one and only your boy Stimmy Stim. We drinking vodka and tequila and a little bit of Smirnoff in the 2021. Your boy DJ Chef.
You don't plan on going over today, do you?
Right?
Hey, you got your boy Blake in the building, man. Straight out of the shell. How y'all people doing out there today?
You got your girl with all this black girl magic. You got the girl Cece.
Yeah.
What's up? Hey, and let's get straight to it, man. So today, it is February 5th, man. We're getting closer and closer to the Super Bowl, man. We're getting closer and closer, right? It's going to be crazy. But, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's Black History Month, so we got to start every episode off with a little bit of Black history, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, first fact we got, everybody say happy birthday to the late, great Hank Aaron, man. His birthday is today. One love, you know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? With the recent passing, he will not be able to join us this year. But, you know what I'm saying? We're still celebrating for all of his accomplishments, all of his records. And, you know what I'm saying? He's still a legend in the book, you know what I'm saying? Second one, I don't know if y'all knew this or not, bro. But there's, you may know this person, right? First Black man in Harvard Law history to be named president of Harvard Law. Mr. Barack Obama was named president of Harvard Law in 1990. First Black man ever. Yes, sir. In 1990, yeah. He was that's a huge, like, I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, I know, right? So he was used to being president, apparently. First president or something. Y'all
don't want to be the first? That's okay. I'll be the first.
Yeah,
I'll be the first.
I got
and
it.
Maybe the only motherfucker.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna take it. I got it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, man. So that's our Black History facts for today. We have a lot of other Black History facts that come about every single day, but those are our two main ones for today. So again, happy birthday to the late great Hank Aaron and Mr. President Barack Obama, man. Salute to you. You feel me? So moving on with this episode, man. So we were talking about in the pre-show, we were talking about, we back to a little we're not gonna go deep into it, Graves. We not gonna go deep into it.
Look, it's one thing we do not talk about on Fridays. We don't talk about politics and we don't talk about goddamn religion. Okay, I'm trying to get lit on a Friday.
Hey,
we're gonna dibble dabble. Keyword dibble dabble.
It may be. You see my drink gone. You feel me? Like, it may be the drink that got me talking like this. You feel me? So
Gee golly wally.
Gee golly wally. Yeah. Hey, but we're gonna dibble and dabble a little bit. So I was talking about my financial situation and some things that are coming up in the future that I'm very, very, I would say, blessed to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? So I said earlier, I was like, God is good, right? And I do believe that fact. God is good, right?
Man.
I'm saying it on the air. I'm saying
all the time on the record, ladies and gentlemen, all the time.
But he is good all the time, so.
Hey, so and I don't want people to go. I guarantee you, it's gonna be some motherfuckers. I'm gonna get some DMs today talking about, hey, bro, what you was talking about with them when God's good? You was talking about fucking This shit
Look,
going
if they got a problem, you tell them, hey, go see DJ Chef on his Instagram. He'll answer all your questions for you.
Hey,
He
real
got
shit,
They
everything
come to
you
my
need to
page
hear.
too with number, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna put
We got your back, Rob. Trust me.
I'm gonna put all our IG names on the YouTube shit, so we'll, you know what I'm saying, so everybody will have that shit. But
Mine is disclaimed.
what?
If y'all trying to see Blake on Instagram, it's very simple. www.getitinthere.ig.com. Okay, there you go.
Well, you gonna get him fucked
Blake
up,
said,
boy.
That was
Get
good,
him messed
Blake.
up, boy.
That is not it.
It's gonna be some folks like, hey, I went to go look it up, and all I saw was
Hey,
how do you people of color say it? BBC? Like, my bad. Hey, it's dope. I didn't really tell you folks go out there and look up www.ig, get it in. If that shit exists, shouts out to him. You know what I'm saying? But Blake is not affiliated with him. He is not affiliated with getting it in. He's a happily married man. He's getting it in on his wife.
Hey, make sure you clarify.
I'm not getting nothing. I'm just leaving it at that. I'm nothing.
Clarify that.
Blake said, don't be mixing his name up with that.
Hey,
Nope.
so back to, cause we gotta take the attention off Blake real quick.
No, hey, look, ain't no attention, but I got phone records, I got email records, I got social media records.
I'm trying to set it
I'm chilling.
Keep the receipt.
Hey, I'm in Shelby, North Carolina, chilling, bro.
That man is smart. He's thinking. Hey, but yeah, man. So I was saying God is good, man. I was saying that because I feel like the route that He has placed me on and has written my book based upon I'm watching it come to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm watching it, manifest itself, right? And so I always say this, like, God put these thoughts in my head for me to be where I'm at right now, right? That's how the plan is. That's how I move in His plan. You know what I'm saying? So, with recent activities, like I'll just put this out there, right? So I was looking at a house. I was looking for a house in California last year or year before last, something like that, right? Before I got into my accident, and we got pre-approved for 285. Now, if you know anything about California, you ain't gonna get a motherfucking thing for 285 in California.
You get a lot.
You can get a one bed, one bath studio in Cali for 285. Like for real, you know what I'm saying? Like that's no shit. That's what you qualify for in Cali.
That's enough to piss in and shit in, right? That's it.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? That is a lot. That is a lot to most people. So you know what I'm saying? I'll say that. But
man, bring your ass to Texas with that 280. Come on down there, bro.
So this is what we did, right? So I said, hey, look,
you'll be on
facts. Hey, so what I did was since this accident has happened, right, and since my separation from the military and all the other stuff going on, we decided to move back to Georgia. So I was like, all right, I should still be good for 285. So we got pre-qualified for that. I was like, cool. Hooked us up. My sister is my real estate agent, right? Shouts out to my sister, Toya Roberts. Incredible real estate agent, KW. Go check her out. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. But yeah, so she hooked us up with this dope ass like financial guru lender or whatever, right? And dude told us we qualify for like way more than what we expected, right? So that's why I'm saying God is good, because nothing has changed about my credit. Like I haven't moved any better with my credit since the last time. You feel me? So like the fact that I'm thinking about like getting into something bigger and better to provide for my family and to now become somewhat of an income source for my future, for my family's future, it's just blessings all around. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much. This isn't because of me. You feel me? Like this isn't what's up.
You and your wife are the brand for y'all family. Always a brand. We all got our own brands. We just gotta all find it.
Yeah. And this is the topic. This is the topic that the reason I bring that up is because I listened to the 5 most influential speeches of all time, right, with successful people. And what I got, if y'all haven't checked that YouTube video, I'm gonna tag it in the YouTube video that we do. But it's an incredible video.
I'm gonna say this. I've seen that video, and it's kind of there's a speech that's missing from that.
Yeah.
That not gonna bring up, but he's a particular person in our history, world history.
Mm.
And if you don't know who he is, I'll leave it at that. But no, go ahead, man, because it's woo.
Yeah, there's more. There's definitely more speeches that need to be in it. But from the 5 that I was listening to, it just kind of brought into perspective like how we need to move, right? And one of the ones that really kind of spoke to me was dude was talking about finding your passion, right? Finding your passion, because, and this is what my mom has always taught me, was that if you're doing what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Like if you're doing what you love, the money will come. You know what I'm saying? So like CG, I know you love the baked cakes. The money is coming from that, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, but like you're doing what you love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's working out. It's helping. You know what I'm saying? And this kind of goes hand in hand with the previous episode when I was talking about, are you doing a hobby or are you doing a career? It's 2 different things. But when you're working your passion, right, and you're 100% involved and 100% invested in this passion, the money will come. So like I've always been into residential shit. Like I've always been into building houses, learning how houses work and how to, what I'm saying, different ways of building houses, stuff like that. I've always been into. That's always been my passion, right? But I never in a million years thought about how to get to that passion. Like how am I going to pay for $1 million house? I don't have $1 million.
Bridge just hit me with this last night, boy.
What?
You have a goal, but you have no execution.
Yeah. So, and I think that's where a lot of most people fail, is because like you can say all day long, I want to be a millionaire. I want to do this. This is how I want to be a millionaire, right? I want to be a millionaire by, I don't know, designing pencils, or what I'm saying, or something so trivial, something so simple, right? You could say that's what you want to do, but if you don't execute your plan, if you don't work your plan, if you don't love your plan, it's not going to work out. You know what I'm saying? So, and one thing I took from my pops, he used to tell me, you have to hate to lose more than you love to win, right? And I never understood it. I never used to understand what the hell that meant. Like, how do I hate losing but love, what I'm saying? Like, how do I hate to lose more than I love to win? I love to win. You know what I'm saying? He would tell me, he was like, the love to win is the winning is not the good thing. It's the not losing. That's the good thing. That's what you love. You love not losing. Because that when you lose, that feeling is just, you feel like defeated. That's where people stop. That's where people don't, what I'm saying, don't execute anymore. That's where people give up, when you lose. But if you can learn to lose and grow from that, take the lessons from that and learn how to win, that feeling of winning is just because you loved not losing. You feel me? Like, loving not losing is more than loving to win. Because if you win all the time, you never learn how to lose.
Right.
I like that. So yeah. I could chime on that for a little bit, because I had a little situation that occurred that came to me Tuesday leading into Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So the owner of the establishment that I have my current DJing contracts with, Tuesday was poker night, and I said, hey, let's put a DJ in there, but like just for poker. so he can do, just requests for all the poker players. Whatever song they want to hear, he'll play it low tone, nothing too loud. That way, they can hear it and do all that stuff. It worked out. Mm-hmm. Wednesday is our normal night where we, my normal DJ1, he does karaoke, pretty much anything, everything. So we get started at 10, and for some odd reason, I'm already in the bed Wednesday, 10 o'clock at night. I'm already in the bed, like I'm out. Like, I don't know why. I'm shutting it down early. I get a text message and a video message. He was just like, hey, there's nobody in the bar. What's going on? We might have to cancel Wednesday. You need to talk to the DJ. I know he's promoting, he's doing everything, but we're not winning. He kept saying it. We're not winning. And so I get up, I sit up in the bed, I go to the laptop, I turn it on, I pull up security film, and yeah, sure. The bar it's about 9 people in the bar or a restaurant, whatever you want to call it nowadays. And I'm looking at the time, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, it's about to start jumping off here in about 40 minutes. Mm-hmm. So I text him, I'm like, hey, look, we may not be winning right now, and it seems like we're losing. I said, but joy comes in the next 45 minutes. And he was just like,
joy coming.
What? And he texted me question mark, like, what are you talking about, joy coming? I was like, turn your phone off, turn the laptop off, and at 10:45, 11 o'clock, you're welcome. I said, quote, you're welcome. Don't text me. Don't call me. I'll see you tomorrow in the morning. Yeah. I'm going to sleep. I have 17 voice messages from 11:50 all the way to 2 a.m. And he was just like, where the hell did all these people come from? I'm like, bro, and I explained, when I saw him Thursday, I said, look, his Wednesdays have been starting off slow. So it looks like we're losing money from the time he starts at 9:30 to basically, you might as well say 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're burning money. We're burning. I said, I get where you're coming from. We're burning money. We're not making any money. I said, don't ever. I said, as long as you've known me, and as long as I've been, your DJ, I said, have I ever panicked? He was just like, nah. I'm like, so I say, so why should you? Why you panicking? I was like, dude, the money the money's gonna come regardless, whether it be early or late, it's coming. And then turn around last night, we had a full bar. He had to call 2 of the door guys in to come work because he was over capacity. He was over the 109 people, and he was just like, what the hell is going on? I'm like, you said we
wanted more people. Yeah.
Wanted more people. I was like, guess what? I said, I gave him a couple words of encouragement, told him what he needed to change as far as his promotion and how he gets his message out there where he's at. Told him to get a little more illustration, a little bit more visual. I was like, and it lit a fire on his ass. I was like, and the right people saw that message, and guess what? I was like, rent is paid.
Yeah. Hey, you good now. But see, so like that a lot of people lack the patience. So I don't know if y'all ever seen this picture, right? Where it's 2 dudes, right? It's 2 dudes digging for a diamond, right? And it's one dude chipping away slowly, right? The other dude is chipping away a little bit faster. He's getting further, right? The dude that's doing it real fast gets little diamonds. He gets like the little small little shit, right? And the dude that's doing it slowly, trying to take his time with it, is not getting anything, right? And then finally, the dude that's doing it faster gets another little diamond, and the dude that's doing it slowly, he's like, I'm done, right? But it's a picture of the wall, like it's like cut in half where you can see the dirt and everything that he was digging or whatever. Mm-hmm. And right after if he would have kept going for like a couple more swings, there was a massive diamond waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have had a little bit more patience, he could have got the larger reward. We're too busy hung up on the smaller shit that we think is the reward, when I'm trying to set you up for your destiny is to be set up for the big thing.
Who trying to set you up?
Whoever you want to celebrate, whoever you want to worship. God, Yahweh, Allah, whoever, spirit, energy, whoever, whatever. Right? But this is the path. This is part of the path, right? I'm putting you on this path to do what I need you to do, to win what I need you to win, right? That's what I need you to. I need you to just have the patience. You know what I'm saying? If you had the patience, you will get the big reward. Now, somebody who was like, let me just see what he was talking about, take your same route, got a little bit more patience than you, got the big reward now. And you like, what? I was doing the same shit. That's what happens with these stocks and shit, right? Blake, you can attest to this shit, bro. You sold your GameStop shit a week early. You see what I'm saying? Just a little bit patience. I was trying to give you the big payoff. If you'd have waited.
Ladies and gentlemen, his camera pan left because he's just like, we're not going to talk about that, goddamn it. We're not going to talk about that.
At all. Because I went back through this week. I sold that thing at $60.
Yeah. Early. Hey, but see, I put you on that path to get what you wanted this. You know what I'm saying? You wanted this.
Yeah.
I put you on that path to get the big reward. And now you don't have the patience. I'm confused. But you mad at me.
What I realized with those type of situations, it wasn't meant for me to have at that point in my life.
Very true.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't ready for that blessing.
Yeah.
Those are some nice words.
And I'm gonna double down on what Blake just said. Here's the misconception where a lot of folks get lost in, as far as when it comes to whatever your choice of background or religion, or when it comes to your blessing. You don't know when it's gonna come. You don't know how it's going to come. But when it does come, you have to, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready. But at the same time, whether it be Yahweh, Allah, God, holy, whoever you praise and whoever you get down on your knees and say your prayers to, he's going to tell you, hey, look, I can bless you, but I know that you are not mentally and physically ready for the big one. I'm going to give you these little bitty ones to prepare you. So when you get, like you said, the dude was getting the little bitty diamonds. Hey, your God or whoever you choose to pray to, I'm gonna give you piece by piece by piece by piece. And if I see that you're slowly, gradually growing, and I see that you're ready for the big one, and you're not going to lose, whether it be your faith or your religion or how you are as an individual, as a person, that okay, when that big blessing comes, you're going to be so humble and so grateful. You're not going to be like you said, the other guy on the other side. If he had just kept swinging, that big giant diamond was right there for him. That big giant blessing is right there for you. And what a lot of people get lost when they do get their blessing, or when they do get this, we'll go ahead and say it, because we all idolize a form of money. We idolize it. Truth be told, we all idolize, because that's one thing we all need in life. When you get that large lump sum, or you hit the lottery, or you get a good lawsuit, take care of your family, yes. But also, if you have the ability to give or to bless somebody else, that's basically you're setting yourself up for another blessing. Instead of being selfish and be like, oh, hey, I got, the car wreck Rob was in, man, they got 2.6 mil. Hey, I don't give a fuck about, you could do some selfish shit, but like, I don't give a fuck about nobody. I'm gonna just take care of me, my wife, my kid. We're gonna go down here and buy about 10 acres, and I'm gonna put up a 50-foot fence, and that motherfucker gonna have wolves in the front, because if I don't know you, they're gonna eat that ass up. Yeah. But if Rob would take that other way and be like, look, me and the family is straight. And honestly, if I was to win the lotto and say, like, I got $90 million, I would know how to spend it. In my own lifetime, I would not know how to spend $90 million. Let's just say if I wasn't wise. Let's say if I wasn't part of this panel, of this group of black men and black women, or brown and brown, nobody knows how they would. We buy a whole bunch of ridiculous shit, but to truly,
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie.
You wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
But to truly, bless your family, everybody that's been with you from the ground up, and knowing that, okay, hey, I can change other people's lives by slowly helping them get out of this situation, because guess what? I'm sowing a seed, or I'm sowing some blessings into this person to help them motivate themselves. Hey, look, and you see me go through the hard grind, the struggle, and you saw that I kept working at my craft. I kept chipping away. And I see that you're still chipping away. You just need that extra push. Hey, I'm that extra push. Now it may not be financially, it may be just I'm that cheerleader, that coach.
Just being in the way for you. Could just be a distraction just to get you, you know what I'm saying, just get you back on your 10 toes.
You know, so a lot of people in the world today, that, you know, that's all we're, hey man, I need that big break. I need that. We're like, okay, but when you get that big break, are you ready for it?
What you gonna do with it? Yeah, and that's again, that's the thing. Like we're so quick to say, oh man, I want $1 million. What you gonna do when you get $1 million? Oh, and this is brown people problem. I'm about this car, I'm gonna buy this house, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. Not once do you hear,
all right, so
I'm gonna invest it, I'm gonna give, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't there's no real like set plan to actually make your money like last. Like we're all about spend so I can have, right? To impress, like we want to spend money we don't have to impress people we don't like for shit that we don't need. You know what I'm saying?
those are crazy people.
So like and like what I would challenge like anybody who says I'm going to get this amount of money, I know this amount of money, like I have a settlement coming, I know this settlement is going to be this amount. I challenge you, instead of asking, oh, what you gonna get, how long are you gonna have it? That's all. That's the better question. How long are you gonna have it? Because if you could tell me, oh, I'm gonna have this forever, and then I ask you, what's your plan to have it? Oh, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. Then you're losing your money. You're not gonna have it. The mall you was shopping at got your money. The car dealership you was shopping at got your money. The bank that you just financed this house through got your money. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have it. You got the stuff that ain't even really yours. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, think about it, bro. Over your lifetime, how much money have you made?
Shit.
Think about it. Think about it. You know, and how much today, realistically, how much today can you say, this is how much I got to show for it? This is what I got to show for it.
Bruh.
I'm gonna be transparent with the word.
I was young at the time.
I done blew hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
Everybody has, bro. We all have. It ain't just you.
I don't want to say that M word. That's just gonna make it a little worse. But yeah.
But it's true what they say, man. The older we get, the wiser we get.
True.
I ain't gonna lie. If somebody ever does make a time machine, I'm gonna be the first motherfucker on there. I'm like, look, I'm gonna go back and tell Justin at 25, nigga, don't you buy that motherfucking Malibu.
I'm gonna talk about that time machine shit. I'm gonna talk about that next episode. I'm not gonna talk about this episode. But I got one more thing. I want to say, and then I'm gonna cut to commercial and I'm gonna be out. All right. One more thing I want to say, right? We cannot keep complaining about shit that we don't have when the blueprint for what we want is out there.
I won't say that. I'll say this. We can't complain about what we don't have. When I'm gonna put this in perspective of me, Roderick Blake ain't really been doing shit to get, you know what I'm saying? Like, to the stuff I complain about, bro, I gotta be real. Like,
yeah,
I'm on steps. Really, I'm on steps with my family at this point in my life. And I don't think that's taken away from anything, because I feel like I gotta get that straight first before I can even, you know, try to elevate in any other way. But yes, bro, you right on the head, bro. Niggas cannot complain when my nigga, like, you ain't made no steps to try to be a real estate agent.
Yeah,
like,
you can't.
Or you ain't made no steps to try to be a car salesman. Or you ain't made no steps to try to be a plumber. Whatever you want to do. Bridget said this last night. He sent me the little scenario that I think you and him talked about. And he was like, bro, you can't say you want to go to school to be a real estate, but you don't know what school you want to go to. You don't know what schools got real estate available.
And see, and this is what I put this in the group chat, bro, for everybody, right? If I come to you and say, hey, where you see yourself in 5 years? This is what me and Bridget talked about. If I can't come to you and say, hey, where you see yourself in 5 years? Oh, I see myself being a millionaire, And I say, how you gonna get there? And your first answer is, I don't know. I can't talk to you no more. I cannot talk to you. I can't have no conversation with you no more. Because at that point, that lets me know that you just want shit. You don't want to do the work to get there. You don't have any type of idea of how you want to get there. Like, if there's a difference between people who the difference between successful people and broke people is the mindset, right? Their mindset is like, we could, like, Warren Buffett and some nigga in buttfuck nowhere had the same idea at some point. But who's the millionaire? Who's the billionaire? Because he took the steps to say, hey, I'm going to act on this. If you're not, and this is where people get confused, right? When I say act on it, that doesn't mean just go out and start doing shit. That doesn't mean that at all. Acting can mean simply writing down how you plan to get there, figuring out your plan. Because everybody, let's be honest, everybody doesn't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? I could say I want to be a millionaire. How I want to get there? Well, I think I want to do this. I think I want to do that. But if I don't have a defined plan, everybody doesn't have that. It's okay. It's okay not to have a plan. Just establish one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just take step one and grab a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil and write down how you think you're going to get there. And then once you write that down, you actually figure out the ins and outs of how you're actually going to get there, because shit's going to change. Plans are going to change. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Once those plans change, you start the process again. You do the same thing. You just keep doing that, right? I listened to Will Smith. This is the reason I read the book, The Alchemist. If you've never read The Alchemist, it's an incredible book. You have to read it. It's by Paulo Coelho. It's one of the best books I've ever read, right? And this is a quote from Will Smith. He said, the universe is fluid, right? It's gonna move out of your way. Once you make a decision, there is power in that decision. If I say, hey, I'm going this way, right? You don't necessarily have to know how, but if you have some type of idea of moving in that direction, and every day you do something to move in that direction, the universe is gonna move out of your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, energy, everything's going to move out of your way to get you to that point, because you're making a conscious effort to move to where you want to get to. But that all comes from planning. If you start planning, that's moving towards that direction. You know what I'm saying? If you start, doing research, that's moving in that direction. If you start calling schools to get your, degree or certification or whatever, that's moving in that direction. You don't necessarily, like, people think you have to start putting money in immediately. No, there's years that go by before any dollar is spent on your plan, on your action. You know what I'm saying? It takes patience, it takes time, and it takes planning. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. That's a damn tongue twister. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it one more time. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Damn it, that's it right there. That's it.
I'm not gonna try to say that, but okay.
Hey, and on that note, man, we're gonna take a real quick break. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I got other shit to do, but I'm gonna let Graves take over as the host for this next part of this episode. All right.
Do I need to start recording, or is you going?
No, it should still record. The episode should still be recorded. See y'all later. Peace.
We back, y'all. It's your boy DJ Chef, man. Rob had to roll out. He had some financial things he had to do. Little house showing. It's your boy. You know. Yeah. We got CG in the house, y'all. My man, me and Blake are the last of the Mohicans. You know what I'm saying? Check this out. And I'm glad you're on here today, CG, because I have been in the process.
I know. I feel like I've been missing out on a lot of things.
I am in the process, and Rob is going to go back and see this. I'm trying to get one of these days. We might have to do like a Saturday special when you're not working. That way we can give you your show, that all women's perfectly balanced podcast, that one episode. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be really cool.
I did. I'm still here. I'm trying. Yeah.
So I actually have one of my homegirls that she started watching it and she's been listening. She's just like, y'all are some dumb fools. I'm like, whoa, hold up. I said, right now, I said, a childhood friend of mine, she is the only woman that's representing for y'all. I said, now, if you want to get on with us, feel free. I said, you can come to the house. I'll pull you up a chair and we can get this thing going.
Yes, tell her to hop on. Hop on.
Y'all just out there just woman bash. And I'm like, well, we ain't woman bash. It's from a guy's point of view. I was like, and I said again,
y'all don't woman bash. I've seen worse. Like I've seen women men just completely disrespect women. And you guys are amazing. I must say, like you guys are nothing like guys I have seen. Like you guys are a bunch of amazing guys. Like, and I'm glad that I even, found Rob and Blake. And I mean, we ain't never physically met each other, but hopefully one day we can have that podcast where we all like literally in the same room.
I told Rob about that. I told him about that. We gotta, because he mentioned in the little group text about the mics. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody about to get no mics unless you talk about a live.
Like a live, yeah.
Yeah, so no, and like I said, when he had sent me the how much it was on Amazon, I'm like, I ain't gonna miss that $40. I ordered that bad boy.
Good for you because you DJ though, so that mic is not bad for you.
It's not. I mean, but like compared to my regular microphones that I use when I DJ, I can't use those when we do the podcast because I would have to literally have my whole setup. I would have to have the big speakers, the mix board, the control table. It would make y'all. I would overpower y'all.
Bless us one day. I don't mind overpowerment. Sometimes you need it.
That one place said, man, hey,
preferably on a Friday when we all drinking and we turning up. You know what I'm saying?
So what I'm saying. So I'm gonna start it like this. We did, Rob did hit on financial growth. I'm gonna touch on skincare because my mom, my mom kind of laced me up on some stuff because us as men, we don't take care of our beards and our skin under our beards. We just think, we put the oil, the bonds, we wash it, and that's
I have my husband take it, yeah.
So
thank you.
It's a good friend of me and CG's. Her, they've been together for a while. Devin Beard Co. He's on IG, and I've used his product probably twice in the last year. And bro, I went 1 month where I just shaved my complete face. I cut everything off just to exfoliate and get all the dead skin off. And I didn't realize how much irritation I had under my beard because I'm just like, I'm like, I brush it, I comb it, I throw the oil on it, I wash it, and that's it.
You literally have to take care of your beard. It's crazy. Like you really have to take care of it.
So most folks be like, damn, Grace, man, why you cut your beard off, bro? It was looking so good. I'm like, bro, I was like, sometimes you got to start fresh. And Blake, I'm looking at yours looks nice and healthy. It looks rejuvenated. Yeah.
Blake,
it's full of color. You know what I'm saying? And
I ain't gonna lie to you in person.
I was just noticing that earlier.
I hate my
beard. Look at this beard.
I hate my beard. Like it's like my auntie, like she say this about my beard and my hair. It's so broken. It's so dry. You need to do something with it. And I'm like, Mom, like all I keep doing is looking at these products online. Like, I don't know what else to do.
Hey, did y'all know that there are two brothers, black dudes, who just launched their own beard care? I just saw that. Did you see that?
I saw that. As a matter of fact, one of the ads came across my IG because I follow.
Yeah, the ad came across my IG.
A lot of the beard companies, and what's the crazy thing? Most of them are coming out of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
It is so it's one brand. It's the Oakland Aztecs. It's a Spanish guy.
You'd be surprised a lot of talent that comes out of Dallas or Texas in general. It's crazy.
People are sleeping on us but at the same time,
people are sleeping on us.
Folks are scared of competition.
Hey, I got two talents with me right now. Hey.
You know what I'm saying? It's that's the whole point about growing as an entrepreneur or as a businessman. If you're not willing to accept the challenge, and you're not willing to step up and be like, hey, and give credit where credit is due, because I do it myself. Like I see other DJs online, I'm like, look, bro, you're killing it with the music. I was like, yo said some banging. And then they'll reach out to me. They be like, bro, your music may not be on my level, but they were like, your MC skills, I cannot touch.
Yeah.
I see a lot of DJs, they'll DJ, no talking, no interaction at all.
Energy.
They just pumping the music out and they just think through the music, hey, that's the energy. Not realizing you have to interact
with people. You gotta vibe with people.
So like I said, when that day comes where when Bridges come visit from the West Coast, you come from Lachelle, Rob come down from it.
Man, let's go.
It's gonna be a night. Y'all
like, one night we can have it'll be like a whole weekend thing, like why not? Why not?
Hey, listen, I don't pull up to Dallas. I was down there in March of 2020. Pulled up on them. Nigga didn't think I was gonna come. Like, man, y'all gotta learn a lot about me too. Like it's a lot. But I know y'all good people. Cause I know Bridges, man. Like that man got one of the kindest hearts in the world. When that man had it all, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he's that same person.
Has not changed.
Everything he's been the same person since the fourth grade.
Yeah. Like I said, when I had saw him, when he had finally came, when I guess he was just visiting for that month, and he had came in, I'm a grown ass man. I'm crying because I'm just like, yeah, I ain't seen. Like, I was like, I ain't seen you in like damn near 12 years, bro. And I'm sitting here just like, I said, this is my God. Like the GOAT. The GOAT is it. I said the GOAT. And he just like, bro, he was just like, he's like, Graves. I'm like, bro, I was like,
yes.
I said, no man, and it just dawned on it basically dawned on me. I'm like, no matter how long I've gone without seeing him, dude has been consistently the same. But he does have a mean streak. You cross him, there is no coming back.
That's like everybody though. Because like if you cross me, like I feel like I'm the nicest person. Like I'm really nice. I'm very talkative. Like I'm one of the ones like people can get along with real easy, but I'm not the type of person like with guys. I get along with guys so much more easier than I do women. It's crazy because I don't know. Like I've had friends, and it's just to the point. Like with women, they're hard. Even for me, they're hard to trust. Just for the simple fact of the things that I went through with my so-called homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So when it comes to me trying to get close to a woman, I really don't make that initiative. Like, yeah, I will speak, I will be cordial, but me just having like a full-on conversation, like when we first, like, I'm working on that. You know, that's something I'm working on.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I can't put that onto new women that's trying to, come at me and be cool with me and stuff like that. So it's definitely something I'm working on. I'm very, when it comes to trusting other people, it's very hard for me because I've been through some things to where it's like, people, fuck you, motherfucker. Like, don't do me. Like, don't play with me. They want to test my gangster, and I don't appreciate that.
I think about it, CG. I mean, like I said, we have history. We have years of history, and it was what I was going through. Like one of the yearbooks, the kids were going through the closet. They were like, "Dad, who's?" I'm like, "Well, hold on. Why you over here? Wait, put that back up. I ain't trying to see that right now." But then I sat there. I was like, you know what? Come here, and I started pointing out everybody that stayed in Foxmore, and Jay was just like, "That's Uncle Trey." I'm like, "Yeah." She was just like, "Okay, well, who is this?" And I started pointing. I pointed at you. I pointed at Keisha, and I pointed at Terry. Like our little bitty family that was in our North Dallas apartment that within, think about it, walking distance, 10 to 15 minutes from us. And she was just like, "Well, who are all these people?" I said, "These are the people that your daddy grew up with." I said, "Now, out of all these people I just pointed to, I said, it's roughly about," I said, "I know where they are in life. I know what they're doing." I said, "But it's only maybe 3 or 4 of them that I could, if something was to happen, or if I needed a words of encouragement, or if I needed some motivation, or if I needed somebody just to be straightforward to me, like, hey, Graves, you fucking up. You're out of character." I said, "These are the people daddy's gonna call on." And she was trying to pronounce her name. She was like, CJ? I was like, CG. I'm like, where are you? What the? I was like, CJ. I'm like,
I was like the teachers.
I said, "Sweetie, look, your dad." I said, "I know I have a hard time pronouncing all these Hispanic names." I said, "But that's CG. And she was just like, okay. I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's the girl that's on the podcast. I'm like, yes. She's like, so is she gonna do my cake this year? I'm like, oh, hey, hold up. You got to make it to April 28th. I said, because if I don't kill you between now and then, I said, it's possible. It's possible. Possible.
Go on and put that order in for that baby. Don't be doing her like that.
Oh, so it like I'm truly like, I can't wait till we got to make it happen that with that all of us are, whether we're a coffee shop or somewhere in the building, and we just get it done.
Well, next summer, hopefully, I mean, if everything goes well, because my husband has the opportunity to actually do what he loves. And it's crazy because he's 45. And this opportunity, he'll be coaching a basketball team. He loves basketball, basketball. And so his cousin used to play basketball overseas. And now he's out here and he's opened a business. So he has basketball teams, but he wants to open a whole nother business, but he just don't want anybody to run it. So because him and my husband are close, he wants my husband to come down there and actually run the business.
That's what's up.
He said he would even let him coach. He will let him have like basketball teams and stuff like that. Me, I'm like, shit, when we packing, when we going, bro? And he was like, well, what about your cake business? Bro. And you know what? Because my husband has put so much aside for me to actually even do my cake business, I will move my business just for him. I will move. I don't even give a damn. Like, for you, I will move down there.
Because he's made the
sacrifices you have made for me to get to where I'm at this point. Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind. So, but me, we're like an hour from the beach. I'm like, bro, when we back, when we going? Like, shit, let's get the fuck out of Dallas.
I ain't gonna lie, see, and I think that's why I'm still somewhat single, because I've been looking for that one woman to be like, okay, hey, I'm into you and what you're doing as a businessman and what you're growing as your business. But at the same time, if I get an opportunity to grow whatever, the one thing I've been wanting to do, will you support it? And it's like, I'm waiting for that one woman, because I'm just like, I want to give my all to somebody like that. And it's just like, I hate to say it, you know, this new generation of chicks are really this reincarnation of women.
The younger generation is like, even though I've been with my husband so long, like even with like Keisha, you know, she was just over there the other day. I've seen all the things that she's been through in relationship wise. And I'm like, I honestly thank God that he has placed somebody into my life as early as he did. But then I also think that because I was such in a dark place, and God knew I was in a dark place, and he knew that I needed some sense of stability, some sense of, you know, someone having my back. I honestly think that's why he placed my husband right in front of my eyes. Like, I bullshit you not. Like, I was just in such a, after my mom passed away, that God was like, I'm not letting you go down this. Like, no, like, I'm going to surround you with people who are going to be here for you. And that's exactly what he did. Like, and it's crazy. Like, and I swear, Keisha is the only girl, okay, it's two, that I literally hang out with. I don't hang out with women like that. So it's just Keisha and my other friend, Yvonne. Them the only two people that I tell everything to. Those are the only two people that I literally hang out with. Everybody else is like, you know, I'm not gonna tell you my business. Like,
funny story. When COVID was in like the prime of his peak, and so I had lost a lot. Basically, I lost all of my gigs over, you know, from March to about May. So I was like, God, I gotta, you know, bring in some weekly revenue. So I took up a little part-time gig at Aldi's out there in Carrollton, and do a cash register, whatever, anything. I was like, to keep myself busy. I saw Keisha 3 times.
Did you really?
At the Aldi's out there in Carrollton, and I'm sitting there.
Out there that way. Yeah.
I'm sitting out there checking out, and I'm like, "Is there anything else you need, Miss Freeman?" And she looked at me like, and I took my glass, like, "Yeah." She's like, "That's it." I was like, "Hey, I need all the money. What's up with you?" And she's just like, "Oh my God!" And it was good to see her. Then a week later, I see Ashley Graham. And she's just like,
she's the one who does all my shirts and stuff. Like,
I've been trying to get one of them Letterman jackets for a minute.
Like, she makes all our hoodies. Like, she's the only person. Like, I feel like anybody who a Black owned, especially somebody I know, I'm going to try to put my money into your pockets. Like, if I feel like, I believe that's how we're going to grow. Like, if we really want Black-owned businesses and not the people who are just not really for, like, we have to change what we put our money into. So Ashley's like my clothing designer right now. I'm like, girl, I need this, this, and that. She's like, oh, okay, I need that, and it.
And I need to get with it because if I'm not mistaken, I think Blake said it, or yeah, you said it about a couple of episodes ago. Like, how come we ain't got no DJ Chef shirts yet? And I'm just like, like, damn, you got put on the spot like that. I'm like, okay,
cooking up, yeah.
And you're like the fourth person to be like, dude, like you got these sponsors getting ready to hit. You ain't got no shirts, no nothing. I'm like,
you definitely should talk to Ashley and get that going, like for real.
You know, I'm like,
she's a reasonable price.
And see that I'm not caring about how much it's gonna cost because you know I know through her with her, and it's I don't know if you remember Keith Davis.
Yeah,
class 05. He did two of my hoodies that I have. So I have a design, you know what I'm saying, but it's just like I'm like, all right, I want quality t-shirts. Do I just need something for right now? And I'm just like, I can go to either one of them. They're gonna give me good stuff. But like you said, if you come across somebody that's Black owned and that's putting a reliable product out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my
Why not go
put my money into it?
Why not? You already have a relationship based on history, whether it be childhood, growing up. Why not why not do business with them? Because they're not gonna do you over.
Right.
And even at that, you know, us as people, we say like, okay, well, my partner do this, he'll do it for the low. No, hey, I don't give discount to business.
Yeah. Regular price.
Regular price.
Feel the need to bless you with a small discount, then I'll when we do contract, when I write out receipts, you'll see it on the receipt. But as of 9 to 5 or 5 to 9, this is business, baby.
And it's crazy because like even I have like a couple of family members. Yeah, when you gonna make me a cake? Will you pay me? I don't do cakes for free. Like, I don't like, and that's something that I had to learn because people would take advantage of that constantly. Like I had a cousin who just constantly wanted a cake. And she's like, when you gonna make me my cake? Well, I was like, well, you know, and I had to break it down to like, you know what, I love you to that. I do. But I cannot just take my time. Like, do you know how the time it takes to make a cake? And you not pay me?
We ain't doing the shit for shit.
But say for real, like Boo Boo in the food, they didn't have this shit right here. So I don't know what to tell you. Like when you give me a deposit for a cake, then you can have a cake. If you're not even giving me a deposit, then we not like, because I take deposits. Like if you take, you're gonna have to pay me a deposit first, and then I rest when I give you a cake.
Oh, yeah, because they be like, well, I gave you the deposit, and be like, well, I want to go with somebody else. Bet, hey, here's your deposit back. Thanks for doing business. Keep it moving.
Yeah, and just like Raul was talking about goals earlier, like, so I have a cake book, which is a calendar or whatever, and in it I set like at least 3 to 4 goals within a month. They're not big goals, they're just little small goals that to make sure I know I can get it done. So say if I'm too busy and I just been working. One of my goals would be to make sure I have time for my husband. Another one of my goals is to make sure I get a practice takeout this month. Another one of my goals is to make sure my kids know my work does not come before them. And I just set literally little bitty goals every single month just to see if I can do it. I do it for me, just to see if I don't like to contradict myself. I don't like to say, okay, I'm gonna do this and then it doesn't get done. Like I get so mad at myself when I do that. It makes me mad. So that's why I've learned to start setting goals. Like maybe I started into quarantine about a year ago. Yeah. I started about a year ago.
Well, we're coming up on that. They say the 1 year celebration of COVID lockdown here pretty soon.
Shit, I want to go back to quarantine. Give me about 2 weeks and not come to work, please.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Let's do it over.
I didn't appreciate it the first time, but I appreciate this shit this time. It's true.
What's sad about it, a lot of people don't understand how much, I think, like I said, and I said it in previous shows when we were talking, Blake, when you talk about, getting into culinary, and I said COVID was the best thing for me. And in some shape or form, COVID was probably the best thing for a lot of folks to save their marriages, save relationships, build back that trust.
My husband said the same thing. He said the same thing. He said, instead of us looking at this in a bad way, let's look at this as a blessing. Because there's a lot of people who are going through a lot of things, like you say, with marriages and all that stuff like that. And that probably gave them the opportunity to give them that time that they feel like they miss or whatever.
I ain't gonna hold you. Mine took a crazy hit, man. Like, and everything that they saying this to the people out there in the world, like, it's real, man. Like right now, I'm completely lost as to what even like I don't know what to do with mine, but I know at the end of the day, man, like what we all have amongst each other and what the world, you know, I feel needs more of is just love, man. A lot of people have not been loved properly, and they are hurt.
Oh, yes.
We gotta love better, man.
That's true, because
definitely true.
I am a true witness of it, and my testimony, because it's like my ex-wife, she got remarried a year, like 2018, she got remarried, and part of me was a little bitter because I'm just like, you know, but then I had shit. I and it goes back to, and I'm gonna cuss Rob ass out, because every time I say let's not talk about religion, shit end up coming back to the conversation. Shit,
it's Friday. Your words.
Like when my ex-wife got remarried, I questioned God. I'm like, hold on, man, I am a hell of a catch. I'm like, what? I'm like, how you gonna let this mother lover get remarried and find her peace, her happiness? And I've been doing, you know, in my mind, I was like, I've been doing everything to be a good boyfriend or to be that good, as they say, that spare rib to the next person. And I'm just like, and then I had to sit back, like, hold up, Graves, it ain't your season. It ain't.
Yeah, that's not your queen pick. Even though, and I really do feel like we have to, especially when it comes to like relationships. The crazy thing is that we have to really go through the bad to get to the good.
And that sucks.
And that sucks really so bad, because I feel like, especially with women, we carry that baggage into the next relationship. Like, women don't know how to clear their thoughts. Like, so, and I'm not gonna say all women or all men, but there are some people who just so quickly jump into a relationship, and it's like, how do you even get over this one when you just jumped into this one? And it just takes all that bad stuff into the new stuff. So like my cousin, she's dating or talking to a guy right now, and she has voices in her head. That's what I say. I mean, she got like 105 of them hoes, like, going in her head. She's crazy. But I told her, like, I feel like if a guy has not given you no reason to not trust him, if a guy has not given you no reason to, you know, feel those type of things, like, why did you do it? And she does it because of all the bad relationships that she was in before him. And I think it makes it hard for guys to even try to love a woman who brings in that bad baggage. Or try to love a man that, you know, brings into that bad baggage, you know, because it's not always women. You know, men and women go through the same thing. You know, some men are emotional like women, and some women are emotional like men. Like, there's some women out here who just don't give a fuck. There's some man out here that will just love you unconditionally but you know, also there's some women. So, I mean, I feel like we go both ways. Like, women and men, they say that we're so different, but I sometimes feel like we are the same.
Okay, all right. Yeah, because and I can honestly say this. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got life, but it's somebody out there that's like, I love DJ Chef Dirty Draws. I like, the nigga can walk on my back all goddamn night, and I'm gonna be like,
there's
dude,
somebody for everybody.
Wait. DJ Chef Dirty Draws.
You know what I'm saying? There's somebody out there like, this chocolate man is just everything I've been looking for. Hard work. He the girl. I'm like, oh, hold up.
Is that your original DJ name now?
The first name I was gonna actually go with gonna be DJ JKG. I was gonna go with my initials, and then I was just like, no, that it. You know, I tried it for a couple of weeks. It didn't take off. I was just like, all right. So everybody knows me as a chef. And so I'm just like, let's try it. Let's see. And that next week I came back. I said, hey, I said, this might be the official name that I'll go for as far as DJ, and it's going to be DJ Chef. And when I mean everybody's eyes lit up, man, was just like,
hey, it works because it caught me. It's like that's how I met you on this podcast and in the group chat, and that's who I know you. I know who you are now, Justin, but like I know you as DJ Chef. That's some catchy ass shit, bro. Like, cause really,
it tripped me out because Bridget was just like, no, that's my DJ.
Hey, nigga might bust a couple skillets out on your ass and really mix some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I fucks with that heavy.
The turntable with skillets on top of it.
What?
I mean, can you DJ and cook at the same time? Like, let's say,
For a minute, I thought about double dipping, but then me being a chef for so many years, and I was just like, nah,
man, hard. Hey, man, perfect that shit, man. Take your time with that shit, man. It ain't nothing to no rush to do now, but you can do it, bro. You can do it, bro.
Because I have a wedding next week, and she was just like, "So do you cater?" I said, "Sweetie," I said, "if I have to cater and DJ your wedding," I said, "you might as well pay me to get married because that's what it's gonna cost you." I was like,
"Get the bag, bro."
So
how I like that little catchy phrase the women use. Get the bag, bro.
Yeah. Get the bag.
And it's crazy because my mom, she even said she was just like, she's like, you're gonna have. She's like, eventually, she's like, either you're gonna have to tie into both of those markets, or you're gonna have to change your name again. She's like, because she's like, you can't be a DJ and a chef and you have nothing to do with food in it. I was like, you're right. I said, until that time comes, we're gonna ride this motherfucker.
hey, keep getting us sponsorship. Hey, tell Baca to come your way. Any Baca come your way.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, which I'm like, and even my stepdad, he was just like, when the last time you like really got in the kitchen and just threw some shit together for the folks? I was like, y'all's anniversary last year. He's like, damn. He's like, yeah, you did like a 4-course meal for. I said, exactly.
So you need a bust down then. That's what you need. Hey, make an event. Just do one. Just do a rant.
I'm trying to plan a tasting.
That
for all my desserts and my cakes and stuff. That's why I was asking
in Dallas.
You.
In Dallas?
Yeah, it'll be in Dallas. Yeah.
Oh, what you waiting on, Chef?
No, I'm in the process. I'm getting my menu together. I'm getting my team together, and hopefully my friend over there come DJ for me. I don't mind the price.
Hey, listen here. Y'all might think I'm bullshitting, but I'm not bullshitting. Give me a date. I'm pulling, cause
I'll definitely give you a date. Yeah,
man, I'm pulling.
That's what's up.
For real.
I would definitely give y'all a date, but yeah, that's my plan for the summertime is to have a tasting for my business.
Hey, listen here. Don't be surprised.
Get my name out
y'all get a DJ gig. If you get a DJ gig, Graves, or if you get a cake gig, CG, because like no cap, like I already been promoting. Like how I talk to my homies. Bridges is my financial advisor. Like I speak highly on the people I fuck with. You feel me? Like, and my auntie, she make cakes like you, CG. When you said that 7-Up pound cake, she started with that.
You tell auntie to call me, girl. We got the thing to talk about.
I'm telling you, my auntie got this pound cake. I don't know. She started with 15 flavors in that motherfucker. I think it's about down to about 7 or 8 now. But that motherfucker, she said that bitch $25 a pop, and then she got these little rectangle cakes. She sell 10 a pop. Been busting.
Yeah, I sell mine for 30.
I'm gonna pull that on y'all. I'm gonna put that on you, CG, because I know you the cake connoisseur. Yeah. Hey, let me see what my auntie working with. We might have a patent right here. You know what I'm saying?
You tell auntie come on. Let's get it.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
It's like I said, I mean, it's always good to have, as they say, positive conversation and positive because we don't have, as Blake said, we don't have enough love in the world, man. We may say
we really don't
seem like we do, but we don't.
We don't.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with the world.
Crazy.
My love got to get better too, world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like to my friends, to my family, like it's a lot of shit I gotta do different. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's where I really think it starts with the word. We gotta start with
yourself. Mm-hmm. Of course, that's how I think always get better if you start with yourself first. But yeah, this world is a place of some true healing as of this point right now. And it's the crazy thing is, like when we were like kids, we never knew that how crazy it was because we were just kids, like out here playing, like we didn't know. But now, like that we're grown, it's like I honestly cannot believe the crazy shit that I see sometimes. I'm like, it is 2021 and we're still going through the same thing that we've been going through for how many years was now? Like people still do not get it. Like all we want is equality and to be. Man, it's crazy.
100 years of the same.
It's of the same shit, and it's like, I mean, no one wants to make it better. Like no one wants to make it better.
Well, it goes back to
there's a lot. I'm telling you, I know because I know me. Like I know how I am. Like I know there's a shit ton of people in the world that got the same kind of heart that I do. You dig what I'm saying? So it's like it's just the world that we're in. It's like God, so many like corrupted individuals that have the power.
Yeah.
It goes back to what Bridget said. The folks at top who can truly change it.
And when they complain, change comes. When we complain, there's no change.
Yeah, and Justin, even like when you said, like we have to be the ones to make that change. So instead of voting every 4 years, fuck that shit. I'm going to go vote every 2 years because that's the most important vote as of this moment. And don't y'all realize you see how they promote the president, vote so much, and they do not promote Senate votes like that because they do not want us to vote for the Senate. They do not want us at those polls. But baby, they got the wrong black girl today because I'll be there.
It's crazy because I mean, I'm not gonna lie. These last 4 weeks, or really 6 weeks, I have been, as they say, I've been a bookworm, and I've been reading and looking because I think I said it's a couple of episodes ago that sometimes it takes one of us as a simple, regular, everyday person. Hey, this seat hasn't been challenged in 10 years, and all you gotta do is put your name on the ballot.
See?
What's a $40 or $70 fee? Just put your name on the ballot. You never know. You might shock some motherfuckers. And like I said, I've been reading and I'm not really into politics, but it's at the same time, I'm like, it goes back to
it's like, man, it makes you kind of want to get into it. It's like, damn, because ain't no change coming. Because I've been doing the same thing you've been doing. Like, a book just came across my Instagram. I think it was like 365 days, something called like Black History or whatever the case may be. And I want to get it for the kids. But like I'm not into politics, but I've just been reading just like a lot of politics shit and certain things. And it's like, man, it's crazy because I don't want to get into it, but I'm into it, so I don't know.
And I'm sitting here, think about it. We went to school with Colin Aldridge. We went to school with our representative. You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought somebody that we went to school with is representing a part of Dallas and is representing us in the Senate? And I'm just sitting, I'm just like, he went to college. But then I'm sitting here also looking, I'm like, John Wiley Price been robbing niggas for years.
He has though.
I said, but
John Wiley Price, he has.
But then again, I'm like, this dude is educated. He educated himself how to stay this long in politics. He self-educated himself how to manipulate, move within the ins and outs of the, whether it be city council, downtown, down Austin, and I'm just like, it's true what they say. Sometimes you got to rob Peter to pay Paul. But at the same time, there is no such thing as a honest congressman or woman. I don't care what nobody say, because in the end, you're trying to get your goals or your plan put into place. You're not trying to get the people's goals plan into place. You're trying to get your own ideal goal. So I think that's why I've been reading up on some of this stuff, because I'm just like, I know I'm not the smartest book in the shelf, but if it takes something as simple as, hey, I want to run for your seat. I may not be the best, but I represent
Hey,
me.
I get that a lot of times with my folks, like my. So backstory for the podcast. My parents passed away when I was 2, so I was raised by my aunt and my uncle. So like they raised me, you know what I'm saying? They always try to compare like today's prices with then. I try to like get them to understand like things have progressed to where like we have evolved, you know, it has to change. And that's a big thing, you know, with our elder community I do know of. They hate the prices. So for me, like different things on like healthcare and you know life insurance and things like that, I definitely feel like they need more help way more than we do.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because I know for this like it's about we, everything just increases in price always. It never changes. So like with the world that we live in, the U.S., like in San Diego right now, like Robert said with the 2400 or whatever the BH or the rate is out there. Think about back in the day. There wasn't no 2400 in San Diego because I know my godparents, they stayed in San Diego. I don't remember what their BH was, but that's probably like the 90s. Everything evolves, but their pay doesn't evolve. Their pay stays the same from when they worked. It doesn't change. You know, it doesn't progress as rapidly as the world progressed in a sense of finance. So you know, like our elder community, they are kind of taking a hit right now. That's how I look at it. Like for me, God has blessed me to where I'm in a good position, but I do know a lot of examples because of where I grew up and the church I grew up in. They're still getting that same pay that they retired with like 10, 20 years ago. Like I'm talking about like 20 years in the future, they're still getting maybe $500 to $600 or maybe $1,000 a month of retirement just based off of, you know, what they receive. Just a part of them just being in life when they came to, like it's not necessarily their fault, but that's what happens though.
Yeah, and so it goes back to you're right, because think about it, and I think Rob touched on it a couple of episodes ago. We us as people, we more excited. Oh, Harriet Tubman's gonna be on a $20 bill. No. Hey, you know what? I ain't worried about no goddamn $20 bill. How about we worry about the cost of living and the cost of, you know, what it takes to survive in everyday America?
I'm telling you, that $20 ain't gonna.
Look, I don't need. Hey, look, I hope they don't put them in the ATM. I hope they don't. I don't want them.
They don't do what?
Don't put Harriet Tubman.
Because to me, I ain't gonna hold you. To me, that sounds like a mockery. That's how I'm looking at it. No way around it. That's what it looked like.
It's always an agenda to something. Like it's an agenda to something.
They trying to cover shade on what's really going on in America. Okay,
they've been trying to do. That's what
I respect everything that she did and everything she stood for. But at the same
yes,
time,
of course.
Why did it take now for the U.S. to understand that? No, I'm not. No, I don't like that.
Yeah,
I'm glad it's happening. Because I know a lot of people, it will change a lot of people's perspective though, and that's what I try to keep in the back of my head.
Well,
like just because I feel a certain way about it, don't mean the whole world feel that same way about it.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people might look at this as, you know what, she did stand for this and for the African American community, so it could change people's hearts. But you know, like the timeline, and like we said, we have to come on 500.
You know, so like I said, you're right. So, and that's why, like I said, I've been reading up on this stuff as far as politics, and trying to see what it will take to get my name on a document, because I'm like, I think the one thing that I see us as we'll say people in general, and poverty happens every day. I don't care what nobody says. It is a choice because you make bad decisions. And then sometimes it's choices that you can't make because those choices are made for you. It goes back to, like I said, the price of living. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a nice, I'm in like a 900 square foot 1-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And I'm paying roughly, I think, almost $1,000, $1,100 rent. Now, this same apartment that I stayed in back in 2010, this same apartment was going for $760. $760.
So you retired then.
You know what I'm saying?
Have to pay that now. How can you make it?
$725 a month, or really $460 a month is not going to cover rent at $725. Now, and I understand everybody's like, we need to fight for 15. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I said, look, it goes back to the small independent owners, the mom and pop shops. Some of them can't afford no $15 an hour. You got to be smart about it. You got to meet it somewhere in the middle. Let's do $12.75. Let's meet somewhere in the middle and slowly progress, and at least guarantee the survival of us as people, and we can at least pay some goddamn bills.
Okay, so boom, I thought about this too. We can have Rob cut this one. But I thought about income, like elderly housing communities, not necessarily retirement homes, but home, because I did the math, bro. All you need is about a half acre to fit 6 multi-family unit properties on, and I mean 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Yep. So say we have single elderly individuals, bro. If you talking about 3-bedroom, 2 baths, how many 1-bedroom, 1 baths can you put in there? You know what I'm saying? And look at I'm not necessarily looking at that as a come up, but I feel like it ultimately will be. But we'll have that base cheap rent for the elderly, bro, because like they're the only ones that can tell us stories for us to relate then from now. We need them just as much as they need us. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to be around for them to see us do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, bro, all it takes is about 0.5 acres to build a 6-family, multi-family unit complex. You can fit 6 families in. Well, not necessarily. I say 6 families because it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So there's 6 3-bedroom, 2 baths. You know what I'm saying? You bust that down, they could turn into 12 1-bedroom, 1 bath. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like in the city that I live in, rent is probably like 600 to 800. You know what I'm saying? You take 600 to 800 from 6 families, 600, that's 36. Let's say you take 5 from 12, that's 60. Because that's the rate that they're probably getting paid based off of when they retired. Like, man, this world, the US, bro, like, it don't gotta be this difficult for us out here, bro.
Nah, think about it. As kids, when we were growing up, we didn't think it was gonna be this difficult. We thought, it was gonna easy peasy, smooth cool sailing. We didn't think we was gonna have the same struggle that our parents are having. In actuality, our parents are now struggling harder than what we're struggling, because like you said, it goes back to what they were making.
Let it go one year
and the fact that a 14-year-old or a 10-year-old can make thousands upon dollars upon streaming videos or making TikTok videos, that is fucking crazy.
I ain't
You
gonna
know how
hold
much money they
There's-
get paid for a video? Like, especially the ones that are like verified. I think it's like a certain amount for each video they get. And that's why
Hey,
some of these kids are making like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, look here,
I got
TikTok.
two
Let me run a
stories.
dancer too.
I got two stories to cap on that. There's one couple that we was on the shit with, me, Roberts, and
All right,
KB,
J-Tech. I'll see you tomorrow.
and they busting, they popping like million followers on anything that you Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, whatever. I think they got 1 million plus on all of them. You feel me? So that's an example of, you know what I'm saying, a young generation using it. So there's another young little lady, and she got her mama in it all the time. And her mama's probably, I don't know, bro. I give her probably between 50 to 70. I don't know. You feel me? But I do know she be in every video, bro. I know she's making, I need to find her name out. But she plays a vital role in a lot of her daughter's videos. But her daughter is popping. So that lets me know her her mama's popping. Like, her mama makes the funny part of the video because her daughter be trying to do all this new stuff and everything that's going on in the world, and she ain't with it. But her I keep saying, because that's what it looked like in relationship. She no lie, when the little girl say mama, I always automatically assume grandma because it looks like that's how far they are. I don't know. Maybe this her mama, maybe the grandma, but I don't care. But stuff like that, man, a lot of us, our elderly individuals aren't willing to be out there. Cause like in these videos where this lady be in, like it be raunchy, like same old shit that's regularly going on. Like a lot of them is not cool with that. And I'm not saying that she is cool with it. She could be playing along with it, but she had the mindset to just dumb down to it, and maybe she might be reaping some benefits off of it. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But everybody ain't comfortable with that, man. You know what I'm saying?
But you'll be
Especially
surprised, like the certain content that videos that make, the more views they have is what makes them get their money. So you have to, like with TikTok, if they're talking about people, their views are going to go up. And they're going to get paid like that. Like if they're being racist towards black people, their views are going to go up.
Yes. And that's what it's about. You kind of got to go against the grain with it.
Well, like you said, I mean, it's give and pull because I mean, it's you damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, okay, hey, it's this podcast called The Perfectly Balanced. It's nothing but black folks on there. They talking about this and talking about that. They're not racist, but it's four black guys and one black girl, and there's no diversity. Whoa, hold up. This is the beginning. Nothing always starts off where it's just it's a multicultural thing. No, in the beginning, it's always rough. It's always going to be pure. Because think about it. I think CJ, you said it. We are the most copied culture.
Ooh.
We are.
I don't look. I respect everybody. I do. The school me and CJ went to, we had to because we could not be considered. We could stay to ourselves.
They were dope.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it prepared us for this world we live in now to see how individuals are as individuals, not as race, but as individuals. So it goes like back to what I said. Yes, it could be somebody else out there talking about, hey, this is going to be the perfectly white balance podcast. You're the one that want to single yourself out as adding a color into it. We said perfectly balanced. Therefore, that doesn't mean white, brown, purple, green, pink, yellow, man, female.
Okay, so I take it you done got that energy already. Wow. And that's why we here, because no, that is not us. Bro. I'm glad. Keep going, bro. I'm glad that's a good example.
It's some people out here that do not want the information, and we're just having open conversation, and we're touching on everyday living and everyday financial growth, business growth. We're just touching on stuff that a lot of people may touch on, but don't touch on. Y'all, you, Blake, Rob, Bridges, y'all come from military. Me and CJ are the only civilians, even though my brother is still in the service. You know what I'm saying? I come from we all of us damn near come from a church-based family. You know what I'm saying? So there's something in common we all have, even though Rob talking about I'm a Rasta. I'm like, hey, you know what? I respect it.
To church that Sunday.
I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. We still gonna respect you. We still gonna give you your credit where credit is due to Rastafari, whoever you pray to. That's your business. We got your back. So if God call you home, we still gonna be there. We're gonna be there to put you down or to put you in the cremate thing, whatever the case may be. But we gonna be there.
At the same time.
You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be like this. The world we live in should, if we decide, if our content gets more and more viewers and we start touching on getting into people's hearts, and like I said, I'm trying to get Rob to put that all women's episode together because that needs to happen. It needs to happen because it can't just be us all the time.
Okay. I got a bright idea. We got to start incorporating our podcast with what everybody's doing, like with CG, you know what I'm saying? She'll fuck around and get on there and have a little episode where she demonstrating the cake she making or cooking up a cake, you know what I'm saying? And then we might throw in it'll be a late podcast maybe, but we throw in there where you DJing, and you know what I'm saying, when you incorporating that chefing, you know what I'm saying, we can get that popping too, you know what I'm saying? That we gotta advertise it, because like it can't just be our conversations. We gotta actually have visuals too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Like, I think we need the visuals, like, cause I see it already, bro. We all destined for greatness. We just gotta just stay strong and stay firm.
We have to be patient.
Yes.
I think that was.
Like, I look at this as like the living testament. Our boy KB. I told that man, that's a strong man to have the world at his fingertips. That man, bro, because it's crazy. I'll tell Roberts to bleep this, but Roberts know it too, and you know it. But like, I met him, bro. He talked about how nice he was in football, bro. But we never fucking played football. Listen to me. We never played football. That's the only thing he talked about. Bro, I brought up basketball one day. And he said he would show up, bro. When I tell you he pulled up with like the 92 retro Nikes, all black, basic, bro. I said, oh my God, I got this old nigga on my team. He's trash. Oh my fucking God.
So set it out. We're going to end this one because Rob just tell me like, y'all niggas still ain't done yet. Man, that's what happens when you let your boy DJ Chef take over, baby. We get some good stuff in. We go to extended times. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, hey man, once again, appreciate you guys staying here for Perfect Balance. It's your boy DJ Chef. Who else we got with us? I guess CJ jumped out real quick. Like,
it's your boy Blake. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to everybody in the world. Peace, positivity, and blessings on everyone. For real.
And on that note,
back with the remix. These boys are my sons like Phoenix. My city and state never. I'm a young boy genius on the food.
Say man, y'all pay attention, man. It's your boy Chef, man. I'm gonna get one of these episodes. I'm gonna just let loose, and Rob can't tell me shit. I'm gonna let loose with this motherfucker, man. Like straight up, all the way live, like Lakeside, as they would say. And on that note, we're gonna end it. Blake, I'll see you later, pimpin'. Y'all be safe, be blessed.
Thank you for listening to an all-new episode of the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. To listen to previous episodes just like this, go to any listening platform out there, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Breaker, and search for the Perfectly Balanced Podcast. If you have a comment about one of our topics, just DM us on Instagram at pf.balanced. We'll see you in the next one.